Zoe from Arkansas asks, "Hey, mean counselor. It's rather a philosophical question, but here it is anyway. What does success mean to me, and how has that definition evolved?" Oh, Zoe, look at you, our resident Aristotle from Arkansas. You've rolled out a philosophical question that just screams, "I've been staring at the ceiling for hours and needed to feel deep today." What does success mean to you, huh? Great question, except it's not. It's just you distracting yourself from the fact that you don't know how to actually achieve it. Success isn't some cosmic revelation, Zoe. When you were a kid, success meant tying your shoes without crying. Remember those days? Simpler times. Then, it was passing your driving test without wrecking your dad's car. Maybe later, it was surviving your first job without screaming into the void every 5 minutes. Now, you're here, asking me this question because you're stuck in a rut and calling it evolution. Newsflash, changing the definition of success doesn't make you successful. You want to know what success really is? It's boring. Yep, boring. It's the stuff you don't post on Instagram because no one cares about the grind. It's working when you don't feel like it. It's choosing the hard path when the easy one is wide open. It's ownership, Zoe. Ownership of your time, your energy, your outcomes. And guess what? Most people never get there because they're too busy asking pointless questions like this one. So how does success evolve? Oh, it evolves every time you realize you've been lying to yourself about what you've accomplished. Back in college, success might have been scraping by with a C and a cheap bottle of wine. Now, it's probably being able to afford something other than clearance bin frozen dinners. The problem is, people like to call settling an evolution. They don't push harder, they just adjust their standards and slap the word growth on it. You're not evolving, Zoe. You're just too scared to admit you haven't done enough yet. Let me guess. You're hoping I'll give you some deep motivational speech about how success is personal, how it's a journey, not a destination. Nah, success isn't a journey, it's a scoreboard. And every time you're not taking action, someone else is racking up points while you're stuck philosophizing. If you're not hustling for what you want, you're losing to someone who is. Now, here's the brutal truth. Success isn't universal. What matters to you won't matter to everyone else. But here's where people get it wrong. They confuse what they want with what they're willing to work for. So, Zoe, what's the gap between your wants and your effort? Is success for you owning a house, being your own boss, or just finding a way to stop hitting snooze 12 times in the morning? Because until you close that gap, you're just playing mental gymnastics to avoid admitting you're stuck. Here's my advice. Stop rethinking the definition of success until you've achieved something worth redefining. Let it evolve when you've actually leveled up. Not because you're trying to feel better about staying the same. Start with small wins that matter, not big ideas that sound good. Take action, Zoe, because success isn't deep. It's about work, consistency, and showing up when nobody cares but you. And remember, Zoe, success isn't about finding yourself. It's about building yourself. So put down the philosophical questions and pick up some work.